this section, we're going to examine how you prepared for the bar exam. So we're on step 2 here, examining preparation. And what I recommend you do is just go with your gut reaction, answer these questions honestly and quickly. The questions themselves might immediately raise solutions regarding your performance. But if not, we're going to go through each section step by step and talk about how you can address these. So just some fundamentals. Did I dedicate enough time to studying each week? All right, you probably know if you did or not. Did I dedicate a sufficient number of weeks to study? Usually about 8 to 10 is considered good, especially for people studying full-time. Did I have a distraction-free environment to study in? If you were on your phone, sometimes you see people, they say, oh yeah, I studied for 4 hours today. But the first 2 hours, they were checking their phone, updating their, Instagram stories, drinking coffee. Then they run into a friend and they're not really studying for that first hour or whatever. So be honest with yourself about whether or not you were distracted. Was I able to maintain my mental health when I studied? Or did I suffer from depression, anxiety, excessive stress, panic attacks, or suicidal thoughts? It's actually pretty common during bar prep, unfortunately. All right, and then add up the number of no's, needs improvements, and yeses for that section. And we'll go on to the next section. And I'm just going to run through this pretty quickly. You can also print this out and take a little bit more time on it. I just want to go through the very basics. So resources. Did I use a bar review course? Not did you pay for it, but did you actually use it? Did you go through the course and do what they told you to do? Were my outlines helpful, organized, and easy to review? Did I use released questions like released MPTs and released MEEs? If you took a traditional bar review course or if you went to the National Conference of Bar Examiners website, then the answer will probably be yes, because most courses offer these. Did I use released MBE questions? So the National Conference of Bar Examiners offer them, we offer them, Adaptive Bar offers them, Strategy and Tactics for the MBE offer them. I also believe that Themis offers mostly released questions. So if you use one of those resources, say yes. Otherwise, it's probably going to be a no or needs improvement / unsure. Understanding. Would I be able to provide an explanation of the following concepts? So what I would recommend is after this, you're done watching this, go through and actually try to explain these concepts out loud. It's hard to explain some things out loud, even if you say, oh yeah, I know that. Well, do you really? If you can explain it, yes. If you can't articulate it, then no, you don't really know it. Mortgage priorities, if there's a wild lead in the chain of title. I know mortgages are everyone's favorite. Dormant commerce clause levels of scrutiny and when they apply. Actual and proximate causation in torts. And the difference between a statement against interest and a party admission. All right, so go ahead and try to do that. You can either pause this right now or you can do it when this is over. And again, the key is to be honest with yourself. All right, next is memorization. Do I have the law memorized? Did I focus on the highly tested areas of law? If you can't name them, then the answer should be no. Did I dedicate time, at least 1/7 of my study time every day, to reviewing the law? Like looking over your outlines, using flashcards, like actually trying to memorize the elements. Did I use active learning techniques? So if you just read your outline or if you ignored your outline altogether, then the answer is no. Examples of active learning techniques are flashcards, quizzing yourself, making charts or diagrams, color coding your outlines, things like that. Okay, practice questions. Did I practice enough MBE questions? At least 800. Did I practice enough MEE questions? At least 50. Most people struggle to meet that 50 mark. Did I practice enough MPT questions? At least 10. Did I review model answers and compare my answers for the essays and MBEs that I practiced? Did you actually give yourself feedback on them? Or did you just answer them and move on? Okay, next page. Timing. Did I complete the MBE portion within the appropriate time on exam day? So I would say if you missed like 10 or more questions in a section, the answer should be no. If it was just like a couple questions, probably needs improvement. Did I complete the essays within the appropriate time on exam day? So if you missed a whole ME or a whole essay question, the answer is no. If you were just a little short on time, then you probably need improvement. Did I complete the MPT portion within the appropriate time? And did I feel rushed on during the bar exam? So now what you want to do is we're going to dissect this in the next section, but you want to look at the sections where you have the most no's and needs improvements, because this is what you really want to start with when you're coming up with your bar exam plan. Changing these things where you have the most no's and needs improvements will actually make the biggest difference in your score. So I would write down, any ideas you have to improve them, even any ideas you have to improve on, these things now. Just write them down, jot them down. We're going to talk about some specific ideas in the next section. And then lastly, go through the yes answers, congratulate yourself on doing well, and make a note to continue to maintain these areas. You don't want to, all of a sudden your strength becomes your weakness and your weakness becomes your strength and you fail the bar exam again. So you want to maintain your strengths while improving your weaknesses to help you maximize your chances of passing the next bar exam. So next, we're going to talk about step 3, which is coming up with a new approach to the bar exam.